Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to my second tips and tricks video. So because it went down so well last week, I've decided to put a bit more on top of what the previous tips were, and I'll put the link to the previous one in the corner of the video if you guys go and check out, of tips I've just picked up from skilling all the way up to my current level and my current trophy rank as well. Now if you guys have any tips which I've missed off in the video, please make sure to drop in the comment section down below, as well as how your RuneScape League's progress is getting on. Are you near your rank? Are you near the trophy you're after? Just let me know in the comment section down below. And if you got any problems, also put them in the comment section down below. Now, if you guys are enjoying the video, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's go and jump in and go and have a look at some tips that I recommend for RuneScape Leagues. Now, the first tip I'm going to recommend is something which we covered a little bit in the first video, but I still think it is so important, especially if you're looking to go and get some early tasks and early points. Now in the game, you can go and select the option for Wiki syncs to be able to get data from your account, and it will link up to the RuneScape Wiki. It's all legit. There's nothing which is going to cause a problem with it, but what this will allow you to do, that on the RuneScape Wiki, you can go and filter out the tasks you've completed. So what this is really good for now is for going to filter which tasks you've not done, which a lot of people have done. So it's a really good way for you to go and pick out tasks which are really easy to complete, and a really quick way for you to go and farm some points incredibly quickly. So here you can see that 60.7% of players have completed the Lumbridge Beginner Achievement Diaries, which kind of hints that it's a really easy thing for me to do and a really easy task for me to go after. Now what I would focus most on are these 200 point tasks. The 80 point ones are good as well, but these 200 point tasks can be a great way for you to level up your leagues points incredibly quickly, but it's a good way to identify this as well. During the whole leagues, I have simply just been refreshing this so often just to go and pick out different things which are worthwhile doing, or tasks which are worthwhile because they're so easy. Now, definitely pay attention to the master and the elite ones first, but then also keep an eye out for the hard and medium ones because they will stack up eventually with the points they offer. So the next one is going to use Reaper tasks correctly. So at tier 5, you can then go and select your Reaper tasks. All the tasks you then get from the Reaper are a choice of a Reaper task. You can pick whatever task you want to do. Now this is good for a couple of reasons. One, it means you can go and target any task which has a equipment to wear. So for example, Bandos armor. Anytime you're going to go and kill Bandos, make sure you've got a Reaper task, because you'll be getting Slayer XP with the multiplier as well from the bonus. You'll be getting Slayer points and Reaper points as well from just simply going to kill Bandos to go and complete the league's task. Stack that up with whatever you're doing. Also as well, if you're looking to go and get your Wars portal to a certain monster, which isn't already available, go and get the Reaper task first, and by killing that monster on your Reaper task, you will then unlock that portal, and that's how you can go and get to places without having to go and get a KC. And it's really handy to have boss portals around the map just for ways to teleport around. It's a really good way to go and unlock the capabilities to do it as well. Now obviously with Reaper, you're going to get more rewards, Slayer points and stuff like that as well. It's really nice to go and build up a selection of Reaper points to go and get the rewards, the Hydrix and stuff like that, but the Slayer points you get from Reaper as well means that when it comes to doing some Slayer tasks, you can skip as well. Now what I would suggest when it comes to leagues in general, target the relics first. The higher you can get your relic before having to do some serious gameplay, the higher your multiplier will be, the more passive bonus you can have. I would kind of recommend for a lot of people to start their combat training once you have the tier 5 relic, once you have the ability to use Reaper, get those Slayer points and get all the other benefits from doing the Reaper assignment. It's just so much easier to have the extra XP when training and also having all the benefits which Reaper can provide. Now if you're someone as well who has Asgarnia unlocked, God Wars Dungeon is going to be quite a big spot for you to go and do a lot of combat training as well. God Wars Dungeon is one of the best AFK ways to train in my opinion, and the reason why I suggest that is because it's going to be really good XP, you can tie your Reaper task with it as well, but also God Wars Dungeon has a really good drop of effigies, and especially towards the later levels when you're starting to level your skills up a lot higher, effigies are incredible XP. Each step of the effigy is going to be applied to the multiplier as well, so it's going to give you an extra buff in terms of your XP, and you also have a lamp you can put on your problem skill, so it's a really good way for you to go and get a lot of XP extremely quick. The next tip is the understanding that Wendlewick and Amberfell do have some really useful skilling options. So Wendlewick has this creeping ivy here. It's a lower tier of ivy with the same mechanic as the standard ivy you guys know, but a lot lower in terms of its requirements as well. Now this creeping ivy here is level 35, and it also drops an oaken key, which is actually a 30 point task if you guys still don't have that completed. Now Amberfell is quite a decent little spot as well, a little bit more unknown than what Wendlewick is. Now Fern here will trade you some mushrooms, If you haven't repaired the mushroom in the Kazari jungle, this is where you can get the bitter cap mushrooms to do it. It's going to give you some points, and it's a really good way to basically get a nice easy task here. Also in Amberfell is going to be in this room here, a crafting shop. So if we just trade Heather here, who's in the Master Crafter outfit, you have a stack of uncut emeralds, uncut rubies, and topaz and opal as well. It's more suited towards lower level, but I thought it was worth throwing in the video because it's a very, very good way to go and get some levels. Now, in terms of further training your crafting, as well as your divination and mining, don't underestimate the gates of Elidinis. Now, a lot of people will highlight the gates of Elidinis for the crafting method, just basically sitting, crafting, dying through mechanics, and then basically respawning. Yes, it is incredibly good for this as well, but don't underestimate the divination XP. It's how I train divination to level 80, and it is very solid, as well as the mining XP as well is very, very good. Also, if you're looking at training divination and mining and crafting at the gates of Elidinis, consider completing the full kills, because if you get the memory dowser, you can really have a good time with how AFK it can make the XP, and the fact it pretty much sorts divination out by itself. Now, on the subject of divination, don't forget that you can now do caches pretty much as you want, as long as you can get requirements in terms of how much energy you harvest. Now, if you go to a divination rift, if you check on the progress, you will get how far you are to having your next cache unlocked. You need to collect 800 memories to be able to unlock the cache, but caches are extremely good XP and are affected by the multiplier. Now, I trained divination this way after level 80, so I did gates of Elidinis all the way up to 80 divination, but I was getting around 350k at level 80 for just doing a cache, and it's so much simpler now with how they've kind of reworked cache out. It's one of those ways where you could literally just train divination by just focusing as much as possible on cache. Like I mentioned before though, you do need to do 800 memories, but by collecting the energy, which you're going to need for invention anyway, it could be a really good way just to propel and speed up your divination training, and just mean you're doing divination a lot less. If you have production master as well, don't forget the urns, especially in things like divination, woodcutting, are massively beneficial, so always make sure to have the brooch on you whenever you're doing any form of gathering skill. Now, archaeology training is something which I've mentioned in a video, but I thought it's worthwhile going into detail here. Essentially, what you want to do with archaeology up until level 61 is to do your lowest tier of archaeology set. Now, the reason why is because they're lower tier archaeology sets, you should be able to gather them quicker with the higher level of archaeology you've got. Essentially, training archaeology in leagues is completely different. You want to do things which are going to get you the most chronotes possible to then use when you have your tier 7 relic with advanced time to send your archaeology research teams out. Essentially, archaeology is one of those skills you wait till you've got the tier 7 relic and advanced time to go and complete. If you have the archaeology relic as well, the antiquarian relic, you can do it a little bit different, but I'm talking to players who really don't have that relic and have to figure out how to train archaeology. Now, when you get to level 61, you can go and do the Inquisitor Remains in Cenestine. It's very close to where Karapak is. And then with that set you can get from there, it's a 3-piece set. And essentially what that is for the set to hand in for chronotes, you just need the 3 archaeology items you're going to get from that set. Trade with Elbis, and as you can see here, this Inquisitor set here will give you some chronotes. It's a really quick way to go and get some chronotes. However, it's basically what you want. For me, for my chronotes and how I trained archaeology, I just did the Al-Kharid first set. I didn't know about Elbis till I got sort of tipped off it. This could be a really good way to go and train them a little bit quicker, and it's quite a quick spot to get to if you have that Karapak portal unlocked. However, to do the Elbis method, you're going to have the desert unlocked. If not, you're probably best just to go and camp the Zamorak region, or depending on which side you've got or which areas you've got unlocked as well, there might be a better one depending on what your regions are saying. Now, finally, a couple more things. Monthlies. Don't forget your monthlies. No matter what area you've got, I think you'd have access to some form of god statues. These are really, really good ways to go and train your construction. And if you're someone who's got the Asgarnia region as well, don't forget Troll Invasion. Troll Invasion's book does work with the multiplier and can be upwards to about 1 mil XP as well. Now, the final tip for this video, and hopefully you guys have picked up some decent things from this video as well. Let me know in the comment section down below anything I've missed off or any tips which can help more people as well. If you have Anachronia, you have access to upwards of about 11 mil XP and essentially 3 reclaimable lamps. And I think this is another thing on top of making Anachronia completely overpowered with a Dream of Isla. Having this can pretty much take care of any skill you've got, which is going to be a problem for you to train. Now, essentially, what these lamps are from the Extinction Quest. You just need to go and speak to this Dragonkin here, the Cenpheus, and essentially just ask if he's got any rewards for you. He will give you some lamps from the Extinction Quest, which are going to be, depending on what your multiplier is, going to be roughly about 1.6 to 2 mil XP as well. Really good. I used it for dungeoneering and it pretty much got me to 99 dungeoneering just for that as well. However, that is going to be the tips, probably for my last tip video as well. Like I said before, if you guys have got anything I've missed off, drop in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much as always for all the support on the progress series and all the videos we've been pumping out for August. If you haven't seen my progress series, there'll be a link in the corner of the video if you guys go and check it out. We are getting very close to that dragon rank now, and we've still got a couple more episodes to pump out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.